Sarah, we're kind of marching towards these talks, but still with kind of January imposition of new tariffs in sight. What do we think has changed in terms of the tone about what we're hearing from people like Wilbur Ross as well as from the president?
I think what we saw today, the markets popped up a bit when Trump said, I think a deal can be made. I think China wants a deal. What really stood out to me, though, was Trump's message from the clip that we just played, that China has given a list of concessions that it's willing to offer the U.S. in trade talks. But there's 4 or 5 big things left off. Those 4 or 5 big things could be what make or break a deal. The U.S. is asking China basically to fundamentally change its state-driven economic model. China will not be willing to do that. So what kind of deal is Trump willing to make? Is what he said today a sign that he's willing to go a bit easier than what they've said, which is, again, nothing less than protections for intellectual property being stolen from American companies and some changes to its actual economic model?
What might China actually be willing to do, Sarah? Are there concessions in name only, if you like, that China might be prepared to allow?
So I guess the big one that we've seen, and since these talks actually started in May, was China's willing to buy more U.S. goods, things like LNG, potentially soybeans. And so if the Trump administration is willing to kind of hit the target of reducing the trade deficit with China, which has been a thorn in Trump's side, they might be able to make a quick deal. We heard from Ross yesterday that, these talks at the G20 between Trump and Xi, they'll just be the beginning. They'll set a roadmap for a future deal and more talks. So perhaps Trump can make a deal on the trade deficit, a quick one with Xi at this meeting, and work on more talks towards bigger and better things.